Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchiimoh, and if you're stopping by my channel for the first time, you are most welcome to my channel. Welcome to the beautiful month of September. I wish you all the best this month. So thank you so much for checking in. And on this channel I talk about cake business. I forgot about that for a little bit. Welcome to my channel. If you're stopping by for the first time, this is a cake business channel where I share my thoughts and wealth of experience on the topics of cake business. Yes, many topics. And I am an international award-winning cake artist that is based in Manchester, the United Kingdom, and you're welcome. In today's video, we'll be talking about enhancing your cake flavors. And I know that this topic is interesting. I'm even particularly excited about it. I've not talked about this topic before on this channel, so it's something new. So these are things that you probably may not know about enhancing your cake flavors. And that's what I want to be sharing, how you can take your cake flavors from 0 to the top, okay, from 0 to like 100. Now, if this is something you're interested in, please grab a chair, grab some popcorn and some juice, and then sit down. Please don't click away. Don't forget to like this video. Yes, please, we have to like this video right now to help the visibility of this channel and of the video as well. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be right back. And welcome back. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about, just in case you see it's going dark and light and dark, please understand, like I've explained in a couple of videos, okay? It's the weather and I really don't have any control over it. So the first thing I'll be talking about is using quality flavors. I believe that's just the basic, like that's a no-brainer, okay? You want your cakes to be superb, you want your cakes to taste good. Of course, you have to flavor them. It's not like if you don't use flavors in your cake, they won't have taste, but using particular flavors, specific flavors to enhance the flavor of your cakes would go a long way in giving your customers that's you know, that pleasurable, memorable experience when they taste it. So use quality cake flavors, okay? Don't just grab anything you see off the shelf. Please do extensive reviews. It's important that you do extensive reviews. When I was in Nigeria, I was using a particular brand which you must have seen in a couple of my videos, and I love that brand. I've been using that brand for years. Please, it's not a paid ad, but I've been using that brand for years, and it's proven to be very, very good. It's actually concentrated, but I think over time, I don't know how much efficiency that concentration has, and now like the rating, I think it has dropped a little. This is just me sharing my personal observation. So before, it used to be like a drop. I'll just use a drop and it will go a long way, but now I can use like, if I were to use 5 ml for a particular recipe or for a particular quantity, I would go ahead to use that 5 ml. Before, it was just a drop, like I said, and I'm okay, I'm good to go. So please research. There are many options available online. If you check on Amazon, you're also going to see as many. For those of you that are in the UK or are outside Nigeria, I believe you have options available to you. So please check, do proper research and check. And also, another thing I would like to talk about is using vanilla, like using, is it vanilla pod, or what do they call it? I think it's vanilla pod. Preparing it yourself, like actually scraping off the vanilla and then soaking it in. I think it's alcohol. I think they do, because I've not done it before. But you can actually scrape it of the vanilla bean. You can scrape it up and then use it for your flavor. But there's a way they prepare it, okay, before you use it. I hear that works wonders. And get to try it. I'm hoping to try it one day. But that is it about using quality flavors. Don't just pick anything. Make sure that you're using something that will give your cake a nice taste. Number 2 is using fresh ingredients. I know that this may not really sound as something that you need to really pay attention to when it comes to cake flavors, but I tell you that it makes a whole world of difference. Have you ever used eggs that are not fresh to bake your cakes? They won't taste nice. I have experienced it, so I'm telling you from first-hand experience. I'm sharing from first-hand experience. Use fresh ingredients, especially things like egg and other things that have to do with particular interest in affecting the taste of your cakes. Don't cut corners. When I mean cutting corners, it's just as the word sounds, okay? So don't try to do anything that would mar your brand, anything that would spoil the taste of your cakes. Use quality ingredients, use fresh ingredients, okay? If you know that it's beyond use date, the date of usage, please do not use it, because they're going to mar the taste of your cake. You're going to spoil the taste of your cake. Have you tried some certain brands as well in the market, and then you find out that your cake tastes different, like there's something off about it? There was a time I used a particular brand of cocoa powder, that I'm not used to, and I could tell because the taste of my cocoa became, my chocolate cake became different right? So things like this matter. Your ingredients are very, very important. So you need to use fresh ingredients, you need to use quality ingredients, and then please try to stick to a particular brand. Don't just be changing here and there. If you want to maintain consistency, which is part of quality control in baking, then you need to use quality ingredients and be consistent in your usage. Okay, once you found a good brand, it's good for you to stick to it, and also to, you know, just use it to help your ministry, to help your baking, please. Thank you. The third thing I'll be talking about is using butter for your cakes. I mean, this is also a no-brainer. Where I'm coming from, I know that a lot of bakers, and especially when you're starting out, we tend to just learn with using margarine. That's what we use. So we start with using margarine for baking, but it got to a point in my career in my baking where I started to see people that were using, you know, butter, people that were, you know, that used some few bakers in Nigeria actually use that strictly alone for baking their cakes. So they use butter for making their cakes, and I know that this is going to tell a lot. It's going to impact the price. Your price, it means your pricing or your prices, the cake prices are going to be on the high side, yeah, but as long as you're giving value, your cake tastes good, your designs are on point. I mean, people would not want to like bait an idea that leaks. You have customers who are not price sensitive to now be questioning your pricing and all of that. So blending, like I said in one of my videos, I've shared this in one of my videos before. If you've not watched that video, I'm going to link it up here, I believe, or up here, I believe, and you're going to watch that video. So if you use butter for now, especially if you're starting out, begin to incorporate some of these things, okay? Because you're heading somewhere, right? I know that it might not be a big brand yet, you cannot afford it, or maybe you don't have customers that want to pay yet, but you start by experimenting. If they don't, what I mean experimenting is in quotes, right? I don't mean you should go and experiment with your cake recipes or experiment with your customers' cakes. By the way, I have an online baking class coming up. Have you heard about the class? Most of you have reached out to me. Please, it's not a free class or a giveaway, it's actually a paid class, but I've slashed the price unbelievably low so that you can afford it, so that you can sign up, and so that you can get the best recipes, okay? So please send me an email. I've extended the offer till like Wednesday, so please send me an email if you would like to be a part of this class. Send a mail to ibakecakes@gmail.com and I would give you the payment details. Please, for anything, don't miss out on this class. Pay what you have and pay later if you don't have everything, but don't miss out on this class, okay? So what was I talking about? I was talking about using butter. So it got to a point where I began to see bakers who were, you know, they use butter in their baking. You know, they put it online. So some people would use that as content, like put their ingredients on the table. And not because I wanted to just be like them, but I know that butter gives a good taste, and I decided to, okay, let me begin to step up my cake flavors, let me begin to step up my cake. And so I started using butter for my cakes, okay? Started using butter and adding them to my margarine to bake for cakes, and it took my flavors to a whole new level. But now I bake with, you know, butter strictly, or margarine they say here, I really don't know. But if you do that, I assure you, Oluchi is talking from experience, I assure you your cakes are going to taste really, really great. So consider using a blend of these two, or strictly butter if you can afford it, if your clients can afford it. Yes, I was talking about showing your people. So if you do not start using this thing, the people will not really have an idea. So you want to start trying it out. It's a bit of sacrifice, but you have to do it. Start using it, incorporating it into your cakes, and when people taste it, they will want to come back for more, okay? So that is what you want to do. Yeah, I remember what I was saying now. So when I mean experimenting, I don't mean experimenting with cake flavors when you want to bake for customers. I mean, try these things, try adding butter, see if it will work. That is what I mean by experimenting, and I believe that I've driven home this point, and it is clear. Now the fourth point is using milk or buttermilk, and I've talked about this as well in my videos. Now for those of you who have concerns or reservations about using milk or buttermilk in your cake, thinking it will go bad, it will not stay, it will not last and everything, I have shared my thoughts on this, using milk in baking. Now when you talk about milk, using milk or buttermilk in place of water in your cakes gives it that extra knack, it gives it that extra flavor, especially when you use buttermilk. Okay, so you want to consider incorporating these things, and if you're not too clear about it, you're not too sure about it affecting your cakes, shelf life and everything, please do well to check this video right here. I believe it's, I don't want to point so that I don't make a mistake, but I'm going to link the video. I think I've linked the video just in case you can still, just in case you haven't seen it. you can check and you would see that video. So watch and know my thoughts about using milk for cakes. Okay, no, I've not shared that video yet, so I'm going to share the video somewhere so that you can see and learn about using milk in your cakes. But I tell you, it's totally different. Full cream milk, whole milk, and all. Try using them in your cake and you'll see that it's going to taste really nice, really good. Now, the fifth point I'll be talking about is special additions. I don't want to say additives, it sounds more interesting, but special additions. Now, there are things that you can add to your cakes to take it from 0 to 100. Things like coffee, things like purees, things like syrups, and you also have chocolate chips. I also understand that you have chocolate flavored chocolate chips right here, so you can use that for your cakes as well. You can add them to your cake flavors. You can use coconut flakes to help enhance the flavor. I mean, there are so many things you can use here. There are even puddings that you can make that you can use here to add to your cake flavor or add to your cake batter. But before you do this, please make sure that you've done your homework, you've done your research, okay? And also be mindful of the quantity you're using these things in. Some people even put fresh fruits in their cakes. I believe you must have seen that. If you have seen that, please let me know in the comments. Have you seen where somebody has used fresh fruits in their baking? Please let me know in the comments. If you get to like this video and you've been enjoying it so far, why have you not liked this video? Please hit the like button and then subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications, okay? So some people use fresh fruits in their baking. Commonly used fruits are strawberries, blueberries. Use blueberries for your lemon cakes. People also use zest, so you use zest. Some people use spices. When you talk about fruit cakes, people use spices as well. Some people use nutmegs in their baking. I don't use it, but I know that people use it. So these are some of the things that you can use in your baking, but also be mindful that some of them could be really intense. Things like nutmeg, things like cinnamon, they could be really intense and could impact your cake. Like we say in Nigeria, too much of everything is not good. And if you know that a particular thing you want to use has a concentrated taste, then you want to use it in a minimal quantity because a little goes a long way. Okay, so now these are ways that you can enhance your cake flavor, and I believe that this video has been of great help to you. Please let me know if you found it valuable, if you found it impactful. If you found it valuable and if you found it impactful, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video again, and don't forget to drop your questions if you have any. If you're yet to subscribe, I beg you, please subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up for the umpteenth time. Yes, because the likes are going down and the views are going down. Please help me. This is a new month. Let's do things differently and see how to support this channel. If you want to say thanks as well, the super thanks sticker is down there. You can also say thanks, or my PayPal details are also linked in the description for you to say thank you. Thanks so much for watching this video. I believe you've learned a lot. Until I see you in the next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.